I'm going to have an inbox preview look at this kit here, which is the Italeri 1/72 scale AH-6 Night Fox, and we'll have a look at their box art there, which got their really cool helicopter on there, and then it's got kit number 017 and 1/72 scale, and then we've got decals for 3 versions, which is the American, Japanese, and Israeli military on there. Unfortunately, it says figures are not included. It would have been nice to have them because 1/72 scale like pilot figures and that aren't the easiest thing to get like for a helicopter like this, and it would be really nice to have them. This is one of those things where it's got such a glass piece on there that you will see them in there. It's kind of noticeable. You can't just like stick anything in there. So we'll have a look at the box, and it gives us a little bit right up of the machine on there, the side, and then it's showing us like the features of it, which has got opening doors on there, which is pretty cool. And on the bottom it's showing us the Israeli and the American or like US Army version there. And it gives us the colors here. I guess the 4720 there is like the federal standard color, I would guess. So it's showing us here which colors we need. Or no, this is the Italeri suggested colors, the Italeri acrylic paint line, which are actually pretty good colors. They're very heavily water based though, so I'm not sure if that's their number for their paint or if that's the federal standard color, but it's on there. And this thing is pretty much just going to be in one solid color. I mean, it's so small you're not going to see it anyway. There's no reason to really camouflage them. So we'll get the pieces out there. So you've got the glass that's like separate from the rest here. And everything's packed into like one bag here. We'll get it out. There we go. Alright, so here's our instructions, giving us the write-up again on here of the actual aircraft. So it's not really saying anything. We'll look at the instructions in a minute. If this is like the variant from Black Hawk Down, because that's kind of why I got it. Because I really love this helicopter. I think it's one of the greatest helicopters ever designed, and when they use it in Black Hawk Down, it's like really cool. So anyways, here's our yeah, so it's saying the colors here are the Italeri acrylic paint, like the number on there, and then it is giving us the federal standard colors above that. So the colors on the box are the Italeri paints. They're not the federal standard. And then so you can see here our cockpit area there. It looks pretty nice actually for 1/72 scale. And then going right into the fuselage and a whole bunch of glass in there. And even more fitting on there, and then fitting on our skids, which isn't too bad in 1/72 scale. And here, so we've got, looks like individual rotors there that we're going to have to fit on there, which is actually kind of nice. They didn't really cheapen out. And then you've got the rocket pods being fitted too, and you can see they're actually multi-piece rocket pods. And then we go right into the our additional weapons there, which it says is for B variant only. I don't know if there's any American helicopters that use this kind of a flare on the front. I don't know if there is or not. I know they don't use those, like, I think those are tow missile launchers or something like that, really primitive ones. I don't even know if the Israelis use them actually, like actual in combat or not. But so showing us here, this one is US Special Forces in the Arabian Gulf, 1986. So this is quite an early aircraft. It's probably from the same unit that flew in Black Hawk Down. I can't remember who those were that were flying there. The name of the unit, the helicopter unit, unfortunately. But here's Israeli helicopter from South Lebanon in 1982, and it's got like that high visibility marking on it and everything. That's kind of an interesting looking one, but this is the one that I basically bought the kit for, is this one here. And then we've got a Japanese aircraft here. It looks like Hokkaido, 1990. And this one is actually in a type of camouflage, so if you wanted to do it in camouflage, it's there, but it's pretty tiny, so that could almost be like hand brushed on there if you're interested. And I think, well, I'll go into the decals first, which are pretty good. Like, the carrier film looks quite minimal on them. We've done a pretty good job on it, actually. So they're usable, and I've complained about their stars before, and actually these ones look perfect. I don't know if they'll look a little brighter on like through the camera, but actually they look about the perfect color of blue, because I've had issues in the past with them being way too dark. And so the decals all look excellent. And we'll go into the glass first. And so the glass, it has a slight wobble to it, because naturally it's got that weird shape to it. Actually, these are the worst. And actually, there is cold shuts in them. I'm not sure how easy they will be to see. The main canopy, I don't see a cold shut, so it looks okay. But if you look across here, there's a cold shut there and a cold shut there and there. This one's okay. But yeah, at least the main piece looks really good. And this could be sort of like buffed out a little nicer. I guess it's clear enough. Like, it looks alright. But yeah, unfortunately these do have that line in them. And they're so thick, you're not probably going to see much. So I don't know if these could be replaced. Like, for how big they are, which isn't very big, you might be able to just put like a clear glass in there and fill it. Because it's unfortunate that's on there, but it is. And then we will go to the helicopter itself. It looks amazing, actually. The way the doors are and everything. So this door, I guess, doesn't open. It's permanently fixed like that. And the bottom, like, the detail is just amazing, actually. For how small this thing is, it's actually got like raised rivets there. And some pieces here. I mean, they're 1/72nd scale, so there's not much you're going to see. Here's the instrument panel, which looks pretty good. And the texturing on the inside. And our seats. The seats actually have something to them. They're not just smooth. And then there's our doors. And the inside of the door is actually detailed. Nothing really on the inside of the helicopter. I'm not sure if I like this or not, having the doors open on one side and not on the other. Like, I would prefer either have them all open or all closed. And also, I don't like them, like, I suppose from a modeling perspective, this might be like a cool looking thing, but I know in Vietnam and that they used to just leave the doors like off altogether. So if you wanted to do a Vietnam variant, you'd have to cut all that out, which would really suck. Like, I wish they would have left them all open, because they left these open. Why not leave these open? That's just a personal thing. And then on the inside, there's really nothing spectacular. Here's our tail section there, which is quite detailed. And then our missiles here, and the Israeli style of fleur. I think it's like off of a Cobra or something like that. I would assume that's what that is. Then here's our rockets, which for 1/72nd scale, the rockets aren't bad. It's just that they're multi-piece. Our rotors look pretty good. And over here, then we've got that other style of fleur, which is alright. And here's our tails. And the tails have all like the proper angles and everything on them. And our skids. Skids are really delicate. And then here's our other side there. Yeah, see how it's all open? I wish they would have done that for the whole thing. And then put the, either don't do it or do it for the whole thing, not half and half. That's too bad, but it looks alright. It looks like a pretty decent kit, and it's a very moderately cheaply priced kit, and it's small, but it actually looks very detailed, and it's got a number of parts to it. It's not like it's moderately priced, but I don't think it's cheap. Anyways, this is the Italeri 1/72 scale AH-6 Night Fox. Thank you for watching.